Peace. You tuned into a live episode of the Blackball Sports Podcast. We look like we locking in on the time. Hopefully Monday and Friday we'll probably lock in, on the time. But yeah, man, it's we back here, man. Football yesterday didn't go so well for my Philadelphia Eagles, but the Washington Commanders, did come away with a W out there in Los Angeles. So go ahead and man, take it away. You got the W this week. I'll let you go ahead and talk about what happened out there yesterday.
Didn't go so good for them Phillies either.
Yeah, that was a horrible.
Yeah,
that was horrible. Yeah,
nah, they got a bad serve with that one. The Dodgers are no joke, but we got back to complimentary football. We finally kind of started looking like the team that we all thought we would be, and it didn't come early. You know what I mean? We came out there and we started rusty. You know what I mean? It kind of started smelling like it may be a little more of the same that we saw. And then we had some bounces go our way. We had a turnover, and that kind of gave our team life like crazy. You know what I mean? We got a good break when they roughed the kicker. They tore Tressway's ass up, and we go ahead and converted that for points. And then from then on, it seemed like Jaden kind of locked in and got his feet back under him, and he was kicking ass and doing his thing. And the defense did what I needed them to do and what we talked about on Friday. If the Commanders had any chance of winning this game, the D-line had to show up and show out, and they did. They were pressuring Justin Herbert. They let him get off a couple runs. Yeah, the zone was a little soft sometimes, but it bent. It didn't break. You know what I mean? Even a touchdown that they got, if Mikey doesn't jump off sides, that's 3 points, and they only score 6. They don't even score a 7. So all in all, I give a lot of credit to the defense. I came in here and I kicked Joe Witt's back in. I kicked Marshawn's back in on Monday. You know what I mean? I got to go ahead and give them brothers their credit. You know what I mean? Marshawn locked down and finally got to play some press man and do what he's best at, and he did his thing against them talented receivers yesterday. And Joe Witt finally came out of his damn bag and started kind of blitzing and bringing some of that young, fast talent that we have at linebacker and on that D-line, and they kind of showed themselves yesterday. Jordan McGee, number 58, a second-year player out of Temple, 12 plays yesterday, and all 12 plays he flashed. You know what I mean? He was flying around. He looked like a corner one time on a blitz. He was a damn linebacker. He was so fast in there. So I'm glad that we kind of look like we're establishing some sort of identity. Now we have to kind of stack it up and turn it into 2, 3, 4 games to where we are playing under identity. I think our identity is where we're blitzing and we're getting aggressive at the quarterback. We're running the ball. Our rookie running back, who I talked about in training camp in the summertime, I said, watch out for this kid. He's starting to get himself together and really flash, man. So all in all, it was a great win. We needed to win. We talked about it. That was a damn near must win. It seems like when it comes to San Diego, if you play like you want it more, you can go in there and take it from them. We wanted it more. We took it from them, and it was a good win.
Yeah. I was watching the game after we lost, and at a point in time, it looked like it was going to be a blowout.
Yep.
On the side of the Chargers, but you got that fumble, and it's always like one play that changes the momentum. Like for our game, when we missed AJ Deep, that game should have probably been a blowout. We missed them deep, momentum change. And after that, it was just, balls to the walls. They got a couple breaks, hitting the punter. But hey, it is what it is, man. That's how football is. It might be like 4 or 5 plays that I think really turn that game. You know what I mean? And that's usually every game is 4 or 5 plays that can flip it, either way. But again, a must win, man. That's a good win because even though that team's missing a few players, it's still a very, very explosive team. Chargers.
Yeah, for sure. They got very talented wide receivers. They really didn't get to flex their muscle too crazy yesterday because the D-line was getting home. Thank God.
Yeah.
They were missing some pieces, but they're all NFL athletes. We were missing pieces too. You know what I mean? And we overcame it. We got some great contributions from some of our young talent from last year, even offensively. Luke McCaffrey had a huge 50-yard catch to kind of put us in position. Debo played his ass off. He's been playing his ass off all year. We got good contribution from Johnny Uton, the second-year defensive tackle, running a linebacker, Jordan McGee. So our young talent really stepped up and showed out yesterday. We needed it because we're not the healthiest either, but it's starting to happen at the right time. And where hopefully we got three players out that aren't on IR, Sam Cosmi, Terry McLaurin, and Noah Brown. Hopefully we can get 2 of them 3 back going into Monday, and we can finally starting to get as healthy as we can, starting to go into this stretch, man. But like I said, a must win. I felt like we needed it more than even San Diego. Although San Diego came off a bad win against New York, they are 3-0 in their division, their first 3 games, which is crazy to think about with division games, and they won all 3 of them. You know what I mean? So to drop 2 in the NFC East, it's a bad loss, but they still 3-0 in the AFC.
They lost to the Giants. They did lose to the Giants.
They lost to the Giants the week before.
Wow.
Not a good loss. You know what I mean? So they got some shit to take care of, but luckily they too non-conference losses and non-divisional losses, so they'll be all right. But yeah, again, big win on our part. Big momentum swing going into Monday night against Chicago, and I'm looking forward to that one. But I'm gonna enjoy this for a couple of days first, for sure.
Now, in Chicago coming off of Monday, I mean, because I don't think they play. Are they play tonight, or do they?
Nah, they're coming off a bye. They came off a bye last year too, so they're shaped up the same way. Only we played Sunday night and Sunday afternoon, like 4:00 last.
And they used to always play them. I played them Thursday a couple years in a row.
Thursday we played them on a Monday night. By the year before last, we played them on Monday and got smoked. So it's been prime time a lot.
Right. Yeah, and that's a heck of a game to watch in prime time. But I think that's a game y'all should win. I think it's at home versus in Chicago.
No, that's in DC, man. I think we're gonna have some fun that one. But
yeah. Like I said, it's like with the Commanders. Like if you don't play them a certain way, they can beat you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? If you let the quarterback stand back there and get time, they're going to beat you. You got you got to get after the quarterback. But great wins. Not so much for us yesterday, man. A very, very tough loss. Up 17-3, doing everything but running the football. And I don't want to think that they, listen to the noise, but that's what I was talking about with AJ Brown. I'm not trying to blame it on him at all. But when you make a stink like that, you bring unnecessary, attention to the team. Now you got Jalen Hurts throwing the ball damn near 40 times.
Yeah.
Like, that's not the way we play football. You're going against a team who's allowing 100 yards. Saquon Barkley has 6 rushes for 30 yards, and you go away from that.
Unacceptable.
It's unacceptable. So it's just have a balance. Smitty goes off yesterday. AJ's having a decent game. You know what I mean? Probably should have been over 100 yards if they connect on that pass, but it looked like he may have, so it's a big debate going on if he slowed up or not or whatever.
He slowed up.
He slowed up,
bro.
He slowed up. He slowed up. It's like, man, that's an easy pass. He burnt the dude, and so that's just one of the tough breaks. And after that, we couldn't, we let them get back in the game. The silly penalties at the end of the game, you know what I mean? Just this horrible. I hate to blame the referees. I'm not going to blame them, but like if you're going to call it all, but you never get that in the NFL.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Even with that, still having a chance to win at the end of the game, we couldn't get it. But I mean, if there is a good loss, this is a good loss. AFC, the Broncos. You know what I mean? A great team. Still, top team in the NFL, along with the Buffalo Bills. They lost. I think they lost to the New England Patriots.
Yep.
Which was that was actually a great game too.
Yep.
So we just the main thing is it only turns into a good loss if you can come out, obviously beat the Giants, take care of Minnesota and beat the Giants and go into the bye week 7-1. I mean, even 7-2, I wouldn't be mad with, but you got to be like 7-1, 7-2 going into this bye week. Because we're beat up on the offensive line. We got to recover. We got to regroup and really find out, what we're going to be the second half of the season. So I'm kind of glad that we got a quick turnaround. Again, this has been like we haven't experienced a loss in over since last year sometime.
Yeah.
So it feels a little funny. So it's best to come out with a Thursday night game, hopefully get rid of the bad taste, and get to rest up for 10-something days, a mini bye week. And take on a stingy Minnesota Vikings team. So I'm glad though. I mean, at least we know we can pass the football. That's why I don't get it, bro. But we got to run the ball better. That's been really the Achilles heel, and stopping a run, which wasn't too bad yesterday. 20 for 79.
Okay.
But Bo Nix got out a lot, and I don't even think he's that good, bro. Like
he ain't, bro. They hype him up.
He's not that
good, dog. I've been trying to say that shit, and I ain't know because you can't say that type of stuff no more and not be a hater. You know what I'm saying? Right. You're automatically a hater, but I'm not saying he runs that offense, that Sean Payton offense very well, but he's not Drew Brees. He's not Drew fucking Brees, and he's not that good. Like he will give it up in moments where it's crunch time, or you trust him in crunch time. I really don't yet. So you may prove me wrong, but I don't see it, man. Not yet.
But I will say this: we got punched in the mouth in the running game as far as the Broncos, even though it wasn't that many yards. Like when they really needed it. I saw guys getting thrown around, Byron Young. I'm like, come on, man. Y'all got to be a little bit more stout in that running game. So I don't know what Fangio got to do. Maybe drop 5 on the line instead of 4. But one thing is I trust him. I trust him, to get things. I trust the defense. Still a lot of young players, a lot of turnover. And I damn sure trust the offense. Even with Jalen, like he brought us right back down the field at the end of the game, put it up. It was in Smitty's hands, but it got knocked out his hands. I mean, whatever. People try to say AJ knocked it out. I don't like how the Philly is kind of turning on AJ. I had my thing against AJ and whatnot because of that route. But I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, I don't think he's like that. He's still an NFL player. He's still a competitor.
Yeah.
They trying to make it seem like he's checked out and, he knocked the ball out of Smitty's hand. Like, these people's crazy, man. Come on, man.
You could clearly see the Bronco player. I don't know which one he knocked it out.
Yeah.
It was great defensive play. Did what he was supposed to do.
Right.
Let me ask you this about AJ though, because clearly he stopped for whatever reason. He didn't think he was getting the route. It was long. He thought the play was dead. Whatever the case, he didn't think the ball was coming to him. He slowed down like he did. Did he hold himself accountable? Did he say that? And would you rather have heard him say, you know what, that was my fault? Like, or I think he said like miscommunication. Would you rather him just say, you know what, that was on me, just to kind of lull the bullshit, because he knows how the vultures can be out there? What do you think about his response to that question?
I think it was truthful. He said he couldn't track it.
Okay.
He said he could, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, and then the coach came through the day and pretty much said that he got rerouted, which did happen. I think it was all three things. I think it was, the fact that, he couldn't spot it. He slowed up. He got rerouted. And, Jalen may put a little bit too much on it, but you still got, like, if he was running full speed, I think he catches that.
That's what I'm saying.
Easily. He catches that 2-yard line. So it's just one of those things. It's just a miscommunication. It happens with all quarterbacks. Jalen don't usually miss deep, but he took a little pump fake and he threw it. It was like the same time he pump faded, he stopped. It seemed like
that's when he slowed down.
Yeah, that's when he slowed down. So it was just one of those things. That would have been a dagger. That's what we're missing right now is the killer instinct, in my opinion. You got to have that killer instinct, and we still got to develop it for this team. We had it last year. Even like coming out against Tampa, you got to put them boys away. Put them boys away. We didn't put them away. We let them hang around, and we got bit. So, hopefully it's a learning lesson. Hopefully it's like that loss we had against y'all last year where y'all beat us. But only time's going to tell. I mean, you go out there and lose to the Giants, it's bigger issues, that we're going to be talking about. But I don't like how, the media is all but running AG out. Like this is probably most definitely his last year in Philly, unless we go on some miraculous run, again. But it's to me, it's just the craziest thing when we've been so successful. We're coming off a Super Bowl. We're 4-1, and we talking about the player leaving town. Man, how spoiled are we as a fan base? You know how many teams would want to be in this position?
Yeah.
It's crazy to me, man. We can't just be happy with this winning streak and, being contenders and just celebrating the fucking parade 6-7 months ago. It's like the demand is high, and we're prisoners of the success.
Yep.
In a way, because it's like, damn, we turning over every year coordinators. We turning over players. We can't keep the same people. Milton Williams is balling out in New England. Isaiah Rodgers is balling out. Yep. Sweat is balling out, but we could not afford them dudes.
Right.
Not if you're going to pay Quinyon, not if you're going to pay Cooper, not if you're going to pay Carter. It is what it is. You want the ring or not?
Right.
So we'll see, man. It's going to be interesting. But like I said, I'm glad. Hopefully by Friday, we get this taste out of our mouth and we can just sit around and watch other teams in the NFL and get ready for the Minnesota Vikings. Hopefully, we'll see.
Let's fast forward just a little bit. Around the NFC East, the Giants took a real nasty loss yesterday, man. It was dope because before our game, I had the split screen. I had y'all on, I had the Giants on, I had the Cowboys on, and then I had the Ravens getting smoked by the Texans. But the Giants took a real bad loss yesterday against a team that barely even led a game, let alone won a game. You know what I mean? Spencer Rattler went in there and cooked them, and then they had some bad turnovers, 5 turnovers. And then Dallas did what we thought they would do against the Jets. Now they ride high, and now they're a Super Bowl team again. So going into Thursday night, man, a quick turnaround. What's your kind of just quick thoughts about that Giants game? Where's it at? And do y'all think, do you think you're going to be in some trouble when it comes to their defense against your offense, or y'all think y'all get it together and do what y'all typically do against New York?
I think we'll be fine. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. We got our offense got to get going, man. Because typically, like I was saying, like they scored 21 points. Typically, you should win that game. Mm-hmm. Typically, if you look at the Eagles last year, except for like a few games, we held opponents to under 21 points. Mm-hmm. So that's usually enough with a Vic Fangio defense. That's enough right there. But we didn't score. Like I said, the bomb to AJ, that's most likely the game's over.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm not, it's any given Sunday, but I feel like we got to come out and blaze them boys. I don't want it to be close. I get the, Yeah, I feel like we need to come out there and blaze them boys for a lot of different reasons. Like, we need to run the ball well. We need to have the balanced offense. We need to get Smitty. What Smitty's doing is, yo, he's a dog, bro. He's a dog. But we need to blaze them boys. Get AJ going. Get Smitty going. Get Saquon going. You know what I'm saying? The defense needs to be stout. But this is a rookie quarterback. If you let a rookie quarterback beat you, and the game's in New York, we got some serious issues. But I truly, feel like they're gonna go out there and take care of business in this game. Hopefully a double-digit win, I'll be happy with. But a win nonetheless. But it gotta look good. That's the thing now. If our wins, if we don't get, show complete dominance in all 4 quarters, it's an issue, or this is lingering. We can't just win the game no more. We gotta blow. We gotta be like Georgia or Alabama. We gotta blow motherfuckers out now. If it's too close, we lost.
And that gives you the difference between like a Philly media and even like a Kansas City media, because Kansas City last year going to the Super Bowl won games just like that. You know what I mean? It was close. It was ugly. Last second, last minute championship football. They won the game, and people applauded it. It was championship football. When y'all do it, the sky's falling, and that's just the media. That's just how toxic that shit is out there, man. And it adds a lot of unnecessary and unadded pressure, like for what? But I was gonna ask you, does it matter how y'all win? And you answered it perfectly, because I think you guys are gonna win. But if you guys squeak out a last second field goal by 3, are you happy with that? I mean, a win's a win, but how you win in this game, I think, matters for y'all too.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you see them twice in 3 weeks. A team that knows you. I think it just comes down to not making no big mistakes, like it usually does. I mean, we didn't turn the ball over yesterday. It was a different type of game. But I mean, at some point you got to lose, man. Out of 20 weeks,
you're not going
to. At some point, yeah. I mean, at some point, So hopefully this is the point. Maybe we lose like 2 or 3 more. 13-4, something like that. I'll be cool with, But if you'd have told me you come out 4-1, of course I don't like to lose. I would like to win all these shits.
Word.
If you'd have told me with that schedule, we'll come out 4-1 at the beginning of the year, I'll be like, I'll take it all fucking day, especially the teams that you beat, no matter how you beat them. So far, tiebreak over the Rams, the Cowboys, and the Buccaneers. So far. That's actually big. So, I mean, again, it depends on how the season goes. And think about it. We come out after these 3 games, 2 against the Giants, Minnesota. We get a bye. We got the Packers, then the Lions.
It's real.
It gets real. We got the Cowboys. We still got the Commanders twice, the Bears, the Chargers, who don't look like much, right now. Could be better later. Are they getting their tackles back at any time? Are they done for the season?
Their right tackle, no, their left tackle, Rashawn Slater's done for the year. Joe Alt will be back probably around that time. I think he's on IR right now. No, he didn't even go on IR yet, but he's out right now with an ankle injury.
Right. So, I mean, again, it's crucial. And again, I was one of those people that didn't expect us to go back to the Super Bowl. Honestly, I know how hard it is. Like, so much things got to go right for you, to get back there. Do we have the capability and the talent? Yes. But are things going to go right for us like it did last year? Every little thing? Maybe not. The offensive line is not playing that good this year so far.
Yeah.
They're playing like shit. Teams are kind of running on us a little bit. So those things have to be shored up, but we're not going to win another Super Bowl. We could be a wild card team running out if things don't get fixed. And I'm not saying I'm cool with that,
right?
But it's tough. Like what Kansas City did, bro. Like that doesn't happen a lot. What New England did and back to back, that shit don't really be happening like that, bro. It's not NFL's not set up for that,
right?
So but again, the stakes are so fucking high in Philly, bro. They want it, and I don't blame them. But we'll see.
Yeah. And then you talk about the NFL. Look at the parity in the NFL now. I don't remember a year in my adult life that there was no undefeated teams in 6 weeks of football. Like, these teams are getting knocked off. And then people we talked about for years how the AFC is kind of the cream of the crop of the NFL. I don't know now. The NFC is stacked.
It's stacked.
The NFC is stacked, and there's not one team that you could say is going to dominate over another. All teams got their strengths. Some teams got their weaknesses. Yep. And it's going to be like, we got to stack wins. Like I even said, okay, it matters how y'all beat the Giants. But no, it really fucking doesn't, because you just want to stack wins at this point and get as many wins as you can to get into that dance. Because once you do, boy, home field matters. All that being healthy matters, because this is going to be a gauntlet in the NFC. And, man, it's dope for football to really, like, sit back and go, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to win. Week to week is different. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of parity in the NFL in this year for sure.
Yeah, I mean, look at the division. 49ers 4-1, Seahawks 3-2, Rams 3-2. The Rams are pissed off 3-2.
Yep.
I'm sure, even though I clowned on them for losing the other day. That's the team you don't want to see in the playoffs.
Nope.
You don't want to see the Lions.
Nope.
You don't want to see the Packers.
Nope.
And you don't want to see the Bucks.
Right.
If you're one of our teams, you don't want to. We don't really want to see them teams. That those are teams that can knock you off any given week.
But the dope thing about that is they don't want to see us either.
Yeah, true.
They not sitting back going, "Oh, I want to get Philly or I want to get Washington" either. Like they ain't looking their chops like that either. So we got something to say too. And even Dallas, you know what I mean? I shit on Dallas, and I think their defense eventually will be their downfall. Dak is playing at an MVP level right now, and in a regular season, that motherfucker's hard to beat. So it'll be a 3-team race in the NFC East. It ain't just us and y'all. It's Dallas is there, and they got something to say too.
Yeah, and that's that's going to come down. I'm glad we got that win early.
Yeah,
that's why we got to take care of business against the Giants. Hopefully, beat the Cowboys again. We split with y'all. Hopefully, that should be enough to get us to NFC East.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if things go how we think it's going to go, but you never know. That's why you got to get every win that you can get, man. Early on, and if you slip up or something in the back end, it's like, all right, shit. At least I. So again, it hurts to lose, man. I mean, I hate to lose. Obviously, we all hate to lose, but
yeah, it sucks.
It definitely sucks. But hey, man, you gotta pick it back up and get out there and see what happens again, man. Thursday night football. I actually can't wait, man. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Kind of lucky to have a Thursday night game off a loss because you can get your nasty taste out your mouth so quick. And if you lose that Thursday night game, that shit sucks. Now you sit there for 10 days.
If the Eagles, this is a game like. If you lose this game, you got serious issues.
Yeah.
You talent alone.
Yeah.
Should win you this game. Not to be cocky or nothing like that. They ain't got Malik Neighbors. Like if you lose this game, you're not in my opinion, you're not it's early still, but you're not a Super Bowl contender if you lose this game. You got serious issues that got to be ironed out if you lose this game. In my opinion, that's how serious I think it is. So yeah, real talk.
The teams are so lopsided, talent wise, and then their best players out. So there is no excuse. Y'all got to win this game. Y'all got to. And like it's a must win because of who you guys are, where you're trying to do, and where you're trying to go. You got to win. It ain't a must win for playoff seasons or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But gotta win this shit. Gotta win this shit.
Yeah. What's Minnesota looking like this year? Are they 3-2? Yeah, damn, yo.
Carson Wentz, man. Carson Wentz, man.
I'm not scared of him, though. I'm not gonna lie.
At all.
Yeah, he's a sitting duck, like, you know what I mean? So
their defense keeps them in a lot of games. You know what I mean? Their defense definitely flies around. It keeps them in games. And at the same time, they played the Browns yesterday. Let's be real. You know what I mean? So, but they 3-2 though. Shit, they record's 3-2, so they right there with us too.
Yeah, who actually plays tonight?
The Chiefs and the Jaguars, and the Jaguars defense is doing anything, man. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it. It ain't one game like we gotta watch, but I have my eye on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna check this Phillies game out. That was disappointing the other night.
What time that come on?
I think it's on now. Started at 6.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying, but that was disappointing, man. That's like in baseball, it's just like if you get to like the 7th inning, usually you probably win that joint.
Yeah.
Like if you got a little league or something like that, because there ain't so many pitches. That's one thing I don't like about baseball. You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of hard as hell to score, bro.
What? And you get pitchers and they doing their thing. You ain't touching the fucking ball, boy. In playoff baseball, that should be like 3-0, 2-0, because don't play, bro.
It's like it's like 7th inning, and like especially depending on where your lineup is, it's over. Hit the fucking ball, then they'll get the bases loaded.
Right,
motherfucker strike out.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, how are you a top hitter and letting somebody strike you out? That's just crazy.
You off, boy. I was hot as hell watching my Mets play, boy, because they should have been in the playoffs. First couple of months, they're the best team in baseball. Last couple of months, they're the worst team. So I was like, man, fuck this shit.
But my thing is, I'm not as emotionally invested as football, though. So when it's over, I'm like, fuck it.
Never. Never. Like, my week's not going to be ruined off a fucking baseball game. My night, I might be hot for the night or day, but the week, I lose a regular season game. I'm hurt for a week. We lost the NFC Championship game. I was hurt till September 7th when we played again. Like that shit, nah.
That's rough. That'd be rough, man.
Way different.
I remember them days back. You know what I mean? With Andy Reid and McNabb is. Damn. Yeah, but Yeah, it is what it is, man. But yeah, man, another episode, man. We'll check back in with you guys on Friday. That's
Yes,
your
sir.
brother Sam, man. I'm your brother Oh God, the Black Ball Sports Podcast. Lock in with us, man. We out.
Peace.
Hey. All right, man. I'll holler at you. Gotta
All
run
right,
to the back.
brother. Holla at you
All right.
week. All right.
All right.
Peace.